Good morning. Welcome to my live stream. This is Jeffrey H. Haskell, best-selling superhero author. And I'm happy to be here this morning. We're trying something new today, which I'm pretty excited about. And that is we're going to be reviewing a comic book together. But first I wanted to show you that Wraith Apex Predator is live on Amazon. Go ahead and check it out. Right now we got the ebook. I'll have the paperback by Monday. So it's looking pretty great. It came in just under 54,000 words, and the average read time is about 5 hours. So I hope you really enjoy it. Was a ton of fun to write, and it was a ton of fun to release. It's nice to have a release again. It's been a while since I was able to do that. So let's see here. Let's just make sure everything is working the way I want it to. It is? Okay, awesome. So what I'm doing today is reviewing American Chavez. I've heard really good things about this comic. I have not wanted to do it in the past. I've not wanted to read this comic in the past because, in all honesty, it was whenever someone builds a comic or a story as something other than a superhero story, I really don't want to have anything to do with it. And American Chavez was described as a lesbian Latino superhero, and neither one of those things has anything to do with being a superhero. And to me, that's a problem. I'm worried my audio's not working here. Hold on. But well, let's get into it here. Anybody's watching, if you could tell me if my audio's working, that'd be great. I'm gonna get this stuff down one day. Alright, so the idea is we're gonna read this together, and you're gonna experience it for the first time along with me. I have heard really good things about this issue, that the art is great and the story is great. And there's so much you don't remember from before your life started over. So this is a pretty good opening page. It's got good art, good lighting, good contrast. I really like it. She's pretty. I mean, this woman right here, I mean, she's interesting to look at. Comics are a visual medium, and I think like something like 85% of the comic readers are guys. So it's just important and guys are visual people. So it's important that stuff looks good. Like this kid, he's interesting to look at. This guy right here, see the shape. Whoever the artist is, they did a really good job because they've got like 3 angles going off here, right? But they all converge right here. So they sort of draw your eyes down to the next panel, which is great. And it's kind of a mystery, so that's good. Kate Bishop is here. I love Kate. So right off the bat, we know her powers are she can fly, I think, and clearly she's strong and difficult, tough. So she just doesn't get hurt easy. She just trashed the school bus. Giant moles. This is really good art. I'm really impressed with this art. The thing is like lately the art in comics have been terrible, but this is really good. Okay, this is weird though, is that who carries a video camera around with them? And we know it's modern day because Kate Bishop is here, so that's just weird. It's funny that American Chavez is calling this girl kid when American Chavez is like 20 years old. This is a neat little way to show you about her powers. I think it's interesting that they show that she is a member of the West Coast Avengers in here. I didn't know the West Coast Avengers were back. This is an interesting juxtaposition here because usually it's in these sort of stories it's the woman who's like, oh, we need to keep her, and here you have the guy who's like, we wanted another kid, and which I totally feel because I have 4 children. I love children, and I don't think I could turn my back on a kid who needed help. So funny is Where's Your Number One Fan reminds me of uh, Mass Effect. When they did that with Mass Effect, the guy in the Citadel, there's this guy who was Shepard's fan, and he was like, I'm your number one fan. I like the puns. Secret hydrant bioengineering lab. You heard about that downtown. That's awesome. I don't know who this is, other than it's her love interest. Like I said, the thing is that for the longest time, the only thing you knew about American Chavez was she was a lesbian Hispanic superhero from another dimension where there were no men, I think. Oops, sorry. I love the giant monsters, though. I mean, you can't really go wrong with having someone fight giant monsters. Everybody seems to really be like, oh, I know family stuff can be a trigger. Like no other superheroes have lost their family. I like how they're doing the flashbacks for her origin. It's kind of neat. Usually people do flashbacks kind of poorly. This one's working out pretty good. I like what they're doing here because it's like I get it. Getting lost and their words should be lost in the system, and they're good people and they want to take care of her. Yeah, I get it. Never heard of this superhero though, so I'm kind of curious. Look at this art. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It just crushes the sidewalk. It's like $20,000 to fix. Something that I try to do in my books that comics don't ever do is like collateral damage. It's like you gotta be concerned about this sort of thing. Nice reaction shot. I gotta say, the art is so good. So everybody doesn't. People, I guess they don't know about her Earth parents. I guess. Onesies. That's awesome. That's so cute. Okay, so clearly they're throwing in the cameos here. I mean, we all know who this is, right? Spidey. What I think it's funny is that he meets her when her powers stop working and she falls out of the sky because there was Spider-Man 2 when his powers aren't working. So, okay, this annoys me just because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, and he's telling her that he goes where she needs to go, and she's like, "You come by your rep as a chatty Cathy, honestly. We can do less Cathy, more Avenger. This does seem like it could be the handiwork of one. This dome seems like it could be the handiwork of one of your friends." It's like at this point she has spent more than he has. Well, that's pretty cool that she thinks about that because most people don't think about that. The force fields that would stop energy and physical matter would also stop oxygen. That's interesting that, like, here you got Spidey, who's probably one of the most experienced superheroes in the Marvel Universe, and he's like, okay, well, I'll handle the evacuation. You can go deal with the threat. Okay, so one thing that clearly a lot of writers don't understand, though the art is beautiful, and I'm enjoying the story, is that when a building is burning, its structural integrity is like considerably reduced, right? Not only is like support beams on fire and weakened, you've got the entire mass of the structure in gravity bearing down on these weakened support beams. But you got problems. The heat causes weakness in metal and wood and all kinds of things, and so like stomping on the ground and blasting through the ceilings of multiple floors probably not the best thing to do for a building that is on fire. I know what she's going to do next, and that also could cause a lot of problems. Heat causes water to expand. Well, okay, clearly this is one of her parents. It's art. So good. Maybe not clearly one of her parents, but I really, really enjoyed it. It was really good. You can get it at Comixology. Um, what a great issue. The story is good. The uh, everything about it is good. So I really liked it. I can't recommend it enough. Let me see who the get back to page 1 here. The cover artist and the inside artist, I don't 100% think are the same. So we got writer Kalinda Vasquez. Well done. That's a solid book right there. Carlos Gomez. Fantastic art. Just, yeah, okay. So the cover artist is Sarah Pichelli and Tamara Bonvillain, and like I said, I didn't think they were the same thing, same as the internal artists, because the art inside was so good. All right, well, that's my review for American Chavez, Made in America, Made in the USA. Overall, I would definitely give this a read. It's excellent. The focus is on her and her superhero-ness, not her skin color and sexual orientation, which is really refreshing these days for comics and stories in general. Good artists, fantastic art, excellent writer. Yeah, give it a read. Also, don't forget, let's see here, go out of full screen. Apex Predator is on sale now. You can check it out. It's $4.99 on Amazon, or you can check it out with your Kindle Unlimited subscription. And it's the 5th installment of The Wraith Superhero by Night. Thanks so much for joining me on my live stream. You guys have a great day, and let me know if